starts right now.
New at noon, a now former San Antonio police officer indicted by a Kendall County grand jury on multiple felony charges of child abuse.
KSAT Investigates has found court filings and termination paperwork on that officer, pointing to a string of abuse allegations. He's 29-year-old Adam Franklin Alonso. Today, he is facing 3 felony charges of injury to a child for alleged incidents stretching from the summer of 2018 to January of this year. One of those accusations detailed in that indictment, describing Franklin Alonso pointing a gun at a child. Franklin Alonso was fired by SAPD in June, months after the department became aware of the allegations in Kendall County. That's according to indefinite suspension paperwork that was released by SAPD this week. City records show the officer had worked for SAPD since September of 2019.
Now, Kendall County officials confirm Franklin Alonso's trial is tentatively scheduled for November 14th. We have a lot more on this case and the trial. Just head to KSAT.com. It should be on the homepage.
A San Antonio teen convicted of murdering another teen 2 years ago could soon be let out of jail after serving 11 months of his 25-year sentence. A hearing in the case is being held right this minute. 2 years ago, Sebastian Vasquez Carpio's body was found inside a burned-out car in West Bexar County. Today, a transfer release hearing is being held because the teen convicted in the case, 18-year-old Edgar de la Cruz, is aging out of the juvenile justice system. A judge will decide if de la Cruz will be transferred to adult prison or released to serve the remaining sentence on parole. We're going to have much more on this story coming up tonight at 5 and 6. We're still waiting to learn more about an arrest in a deadly shooting out of Hollywood Park. We've been following the story since yesterday. 22-year-old Derek Oliver Jr. was arrested and is being brought back to San Antonio by Hollywood Park police and the Texas Rangers. He's accused of shooting 3 people outside of the Rose Bistro restaurant on Sunday. 2 people died in that shooting.
San Antonio police looking for a driver who hit and killed a man walking on the highway this morning on the northwest side of town. Officers tell us this all happened just after 2:30 this morning. A man found dead on the westbound lanes of Loop 410. San Antonio police having to shut down all westbound lanes for hours, having to investigate. Now, police on the scene telling us a man was walking along the highway near Ingram. That's when someone hit him with their vehicle. Now, the driver did not stop, did not check on him, did not try to help out. Police still investigating, trying to figure out who exactly that driver is. Right now, we are still waiting to learn the man who was hit and killed. A 12-year-old girl disappears without a trace. Now, this happened back in 2004, but today, still a lot of unanswered questions. On the latest episode of South Texas Crime Stories, Erica Hernandez and Lee Waldman dive into the case of Rosa Sandoval. Now, her remains would later be found on San Antonio's southwest side. The podcast now available. You can listen to this episode and all the episodes of South Texas Crime Stories. Just scan the QR code on your screen.
This afternoon, the San Antonio City Council members are once again discussing how they can spend $50 million of extra CPS energy revenue. After yesterday's meeting, City Council still appears to be split nearly down the middle regarding a city staff plan to send most of it back to consumers as bill credits. Mayor Ron Nuremberg has been a strong proponent of the rebate idea, but several city council members doubt that the bill credits will be worth an average of $29 for the average residential consumer, would actually help people who need it the most. City Council scheduled to vote on the fiscal year 2023 budget tomorrow morning.
Well, September is Hunger Action Month, and the San Antonio Food Bank, well, they're serving more than 90,000 people every week. Today, we will be hosting a special KSAT community town hall called Faces of Hunger. Sarah Coast and I will be hosting a live stream starting at 2 p.m. We're going to be speaking with the San Antonio Food Bank about the programs that the nonprofit is offering, the need the nonprofit is seeing because of a number of reasons, including inflation, and how you can help out. Northside Independent School District officials are now asking the community for input after a population growth in the area prompted redistricting of the school board districts. Now, redistricting is a process that redraws the geographic boundaries of a district in responses to the population. If you want your voice heard about the proposed map for the district, the meetings are scheduled for tomorrow and next week. Tomorrow's will be at the Northside Activity Center on Calabro Road. Next week's will be on September 20th at Stinson Middle School on Skyhawk Drive.
It may sound like just fun and games, but It could be building a future for a young person. The YMCA of Greater San Antonio getting into the e-gaming business. Tiffany Huertas shows us its new esports center built to get young gamers a pathway to a new career.
The YMCA launched its program in January, and since then there's been a lot of interest. They've even hosted different gaming nights. To talk a little bit more about this new center, we have Chris and Carlos. Good morning. Talk to us about how this all started.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, so this has been in fruition for about the last 3 years. We started reaching out to other YMCAs across the country and found that this would be a great opportunity, a great program for us to offer, just instilling the Y's mission and our core values.
Talk to us about what we can find here, Chris.
Sure, you can find a wide variety of games from Fortnite to Fall Guys to Rocket League, as well as different software for STEM type curriculum. So we've installed like Blender for 3D animation, and we'll start getting some more downloaded as we progress.
When we talk about the different opportunities, what are they for the students?
Sure, different opportunities. I mean, they could do anything like come in here and do their schoolwork if they need to. There's gaming opportunities. We're going to provide esport leagues, and then just in general, there's educational opportunities with colleges giving away scholarships for esports, and then there's different job opportunities with the industry exploding with esports and the different jobs around that industry.
Carlos, what type of excitement are you seeing from the community about the center?
Yeah, we've had great responses just on that first day. Immediately, people were signing up. One of the things that we offer is a Y membership to where you can have unlimited play during our hours. We're open from Monday through Friday from 3 to 9, and eventually we'll open up on the weekends to offer other programs. But in addition to that, we're open to the public. They can come in purchasing a one-day pass and play during those hours. And like we said, down the road, we hope to expand to birthday parties, tournaments, league play, things like that.
A lot of expansion, I see. And Chris, you've been gaming since you were little. What is your favorite part about it?
My favorite part about it is just the social aspect, being able to meet new players, network. You learn from everybody, you know, so you never lose, you learn. And then just gaining those life skills that help you be a better person in the long run.
This is amazing. Well, thank you so much. We're going to have all those details on KSAT.com. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Rain chances aren't great in the 7-day forecast, but we do have a few opportunities. We'll show you where and when coming up.
And talking about opportunities, what are the opportunities for the Cowboys? We're going to go over what happened to Dak, what comes next, and a hint of optimism when it comes to his hand. We're going to explain in just a bit.
Queen Elizabeth's final journey from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall, where she will lie in state. I'm ABC's Faith Abube in London. Details coming up.
Hundreds of thousands of people lining the streets of London over the next 4 days. It's their chance to say goodbye to Queen Elizabeth.
The Queen's coffin making the journey from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall this morning, where she will lie in state until her funeral set for Monday.
ABC's Faith Abube reports the large crowds across the city, though, have prompted better security.
With guns firing at Hyde Park and the bells at Big Ben tolling in salute. All black military horses pulled the gun carriage carrying Queen Elizabeth's coffin out of Buckingham Palace for one final time. King Charles, his siblings, sons, and senior members of the royal family close behind for the solemn 38-minute journey to Westminster Hall. Thousands of well-wishers lined along the route to bid farewell to their queen. Flights at Heathrow Airport delayed so they wouldn't disturb the somber procession. Inside Westminster Hall, a short service. The Queen's coffin draped in the royal standard and topped with the imperial state crown, orb, and scepter.
Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God. Believe also in me.
Queen Elizabeth will lie in state here until her funeral on Monday. Mourners will stream inside 24 hours a day for the next 4 days. Overnight, hundreds in the rain, hoping to be among the first inside.
She's reigned for 70 years, so 24 hours of rain isn't going to hurt me for a while.
Officials say they expect more than 750,000 mourners will wait in long lines, some for up to 30 hours just to try to see the Queen. The long route taking them past some of London's iconic landmarks.
It can rain, hail, snow, whatever. It can thunder, lighten, and it doesn't really matter. I'm here to show my respects to the Queen.
And only up to 350,000 of mourners waiting in these long lines are actually expected to get inside Westminster Hall to pay their final respects before the funeral on Monday. In London, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Live look outside with live cam. Lots of clouds once again today. Ditto day. Somebody's going to get a little bit of rain, maybe.
Maybe over the next couple of days. I don't know that we get any today. I know Max was concerned about it because he was going to go wash his car. Not a bad day for that. We'll see the aquifer, well, it's dropping down 0.4 foot to 635.5 in your pollen count. Molds are moderated at 580, ragweed still there at 50, phloem 30, pigweed 20, all low except for molds. We're going to talk about those rain chances. There are some small ones ahead, also some hot temperatures too. I'll look at that forecast. It's coming up.
Rain all the way around the barn, not a drop. I mean, all the way around in the Bulvary area.
Full circle.
Full circle. Donut hole.
The big question
was in full effect.
I walked up to Justin today. I said, Justin, you going to get rain? And he just looked at me and said, no.
See?
Probably not. We speak in percentages here, and they are low. The chances of getting rain here over the next few days are not great. And beyond that, it doesn't look all that great either. So it's a pretty dry scenario. We do need to talk about the tropics, though, because things are starting to heat up there. We have a new tropical depression. It's been a while, but we do have one here. Tropical depression number 7. Winds are at 35 miles per hour, gusting to 45, and this is moving west at 14 miles per hour. All indications are that this will strengthen into a tropical storm, and that would be Tropical Storm Fiona. And by this weekend and into early next week, this is crossing over Puerto Rico and moving towards Haiti and the Dominican Republic, likely bringing some rain along the way. It doesn't strengthen all that much, at least according to the Hurricane Center. After that, still some questions as to where it goes. I don't think at this point this is going to be a problem for us for having any impacts on Texas, but we will watch it. And as we look at the tropical cyclone names, we are now on to Fiona, and again, this likely gets named here fairly soon. Gaston and Hermine next in line. We've only gone through 5 names so far this year. It's been fairly quiet. As we look back over Texas, not much here. We've got a few showers up in the Texas Panhandle, a few showers in deep South Texas, certainly nothing over our neck of the woods. We do have clouds, and these will be around through much of today. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies is what we'll call it, but quite a bit of cloud cover, at least at the moment, stretching along and down I-35. Here's a look at the time lapse. You can see some of those clouds rolling in this morning right there, and they've been with us ever since. Right now, 84 degrees at the airport. Notice these clouds aren't really going vertical, meaning they're not growing into showers or storms at this point. We don't really anticipate rain today. 80 degrees in Kerrville, 85 New Braunfels, 85 Gonzales. It's 87 right now in Cotulla, so there will be 90s on the map this afternoon. Most of Bexar County in the mid-80s right now. Dew point trend, well, these dew points will fall off some. We'll notice the dew points probably fall into the low 60s this afternoon, which isn't bad. It's still in the humid category, but it's not awful. It does climb, though, those humidity levels, and by tomorrow we're back in the humidity. So the KSAT 12-hour forecast will call for 93 this afternoon, 88 by 7 p.m. Skies will clear this evening, and we'll go 78 by 11 o'clock. Likely falling back into the mid-70s by tomorrow morning. So there's some slightly drier air moving in today. These colors on the map represent moisture content in the atmosphere. When you get this orange color, that is that drier air, and it shifts in today, which is why I don't think we see any rain. But by Thursday, tomorrow evening, the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico starts to surge back in, and that could lead to a few showers. This is Friday at 4 o'clock, probably our best chance at getting some rain all the way up here on the I-35 corridor. All along that period, I'd say along the coast, there's a decent shot at showers and storms. The question will be, can they make it all the way inland to San Antonio? 20% chance Friday. I think a 10% chance tomorrow, 20% chance Friday, and then probably a 10% chance Saturday, mostly, though, along the coast. And that high pressure in the upper level starts to build in as we get into Sunday and Monday, and that pretty much squashes our rain chances and brings temperatures up just a little bit as we head into next week. There's a look at the rain chances, and they aren't great. 10% chance tomorrow, 20% chance Friday, 10% chance Saturday. We've taken out the rain chances again Sunday and Monday with that high pressure moving in, and we need the rain so terribly badly. You look at San Antonio, the deficit, we're down some 14 inches for the year, if you're looking year to date here. And so this is the biggest deficit in the state. If you're looking at other cities, Waco's down about 13 inches. Most places looking at a deficit with the exception of deep South Texas and far West Texas. But yes, the rain is a necessity, and we're just not getting much of it here. 93 Thursday, 92 Friday, 94 Saturday, and more mid-90s going into next week. And we may even have to edge those temperatures up a little bit to start next week if that high pressure builds over top of us, guys.
Thank you so much, Justin.
What a day, what a week. There's so much action, never a dull moment. And I gotta say, this weekend we are ramping up for a battle of University of Texas. We have University of Texas Austin, UTSA.
Go team.
There you go. Well said. We're going to give you a full preview, what to expect, and how each team is preparing. And talking about teams preparing, Becky Hammon looking for a full sweep in the WNBA Finals in her first season. What happened last night and what comes next?
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys season opening 19-3 loss to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Well, it got a smidge brighter after the Cowboys owner Jerry Jones had a lot to say yesterday. So remember, Dak Prescott underwent surgery to repair a fracture under his right thumb after his throwing hand. Well, remember he picked up this injury right there, hitting Shaq Barrett in the fourth quarter. Shaq Barrett on pass defense bent Dak's hand, causing the injury. But following the operation that happened, well, Jerry Jones believes that the timeline for Dak's return may be more like 2 to 3 weeks rather than the initial thought of 6 to 8 weeks.
If we thought he wasn't going to be ready to go for 4 games, till after 4 games, we would put him on IR. We're not doing that. We think he can come in and play, so we don't want to not have him out there practicing. We want him getting prepared, and we'll see how he handles this thing, how it heals. Mainly how he can, his strength, how he can grip the ball, what his status is. But that's not being an optimist. The proof is that we got a good surgery, got good technique, and feel better about it than we did Sunday night.
So for now, Cooper Rush will step in when the Cowboys host the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday afternoon at 3:25. How about them Roadrunners? The UTSA Roadrunners facing the toughest test of the season, traveling to Austin this Saturday, taking on the number 21 Texas Longhorns in their first ever meeting. So remember, the Roadrunners coming off a tough season already, coming off that 41-38 overtime win against Army on the road. They're now 1-1, and this comes after the amazing first game of the season, a triple overtime 37-35 season opening loss at home against number 24 Houston. So back-to-back overtime games. The Roadrunners, at last check, a 13.5-point underdog. They're visiting Royal Memorial Stadium.
Coach Sarkisian's a very good football coach. He will take whatever he's got and he'll use it. And it'll be a very well-designed scheme. And they're a really hard outfit to stop. They've got one of the best play callers in the country, one of the best play designers, and they have some of the best players in the country. Therefore, you get to go battle the number 1 team in the country. I would say they outplayed them on that day.
It's gonna be a crazy atmosphere. We know it's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be very loud. It's gonna be rocking, but poison and noise, and I think we're gonna be ready for that.
All right, we just heard from Frank Harris. So remember, he won Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week 2 straight weeks in a row. He has also now been named the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award National Player of the Week. So congrats to Frank. Keep the good times rolling and good luck this week. Now to high school volleyball, South San hosting Harlandale, and this one goes the distance. 5th set tied at 2 sets apiece. Ariana Gomez rises for a huge block. Bobcats take a 4-3 lead, but the Indians take control, pull away. Kayla Reyes drilling a cross-court kill. Harlandale completes an epic reverse sweep, knocking off South San on the road 3-2. Over at Paul Taylor Fieldhouse, Sotomayor taking on Taft in a District 29 6A. Raiders up by a set, taking control in the second. Genesis Torres blasting one down the line, a 1-point lead. Wildcats respond though. Sierra DeLoza over Kylie Ray Velasquez for a shot that sneaks over the net. Sotomayor goes up 11-9, but Taft answers back. Alexi Fernandez gets up, huge block. Raiders go on to sweep the Wildcats 3-0. And let's head to District 29 6A. O'Connor taking on Warren at Northside Sports Gym, as seen on the BGC app. Warriors jump out to an early lead. Grace Owens goes off speed, gets the push shot to fall inbounds. Warren goes up 8-6, but the Panthers rally off the next set. Nevaeh Smith drilling a spike down the center. O'Connor taking a hard-fought set first, 26-24. They go on to win big, 3-1. So we all know Becky Hammon, and to say that she is thriving as a head coach in the WNBA in the first season, well, thriving is an understatement. Becky Hammon leading her Las Vegas Aces in the finals. Hammon's Aces hold a 2-0 lead in the finals right now over the Connecticut Sun. A huge win yesterday for Hammon and the squad. They won 85-71. So Wilson, Gray, Plum, they combined for 67 points. And the Aces now just one game away from sweeping the finals again in Becky Hammon's first season. Game 3 set for tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And there is some video circulating online. Coach Pop in the locker room congratulating Becky, giving her all the praise, all the respect. So congrats, Becky, and best of luck tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good
Gotta
stuff.
cheer for Las Vegas.
Of course, right? Yeah.
All right, it's time to start finalizing your holiday plans. And if you want to score a good deal, why you could be paying more for holiday flights than you have in the past 5 years, especially if you wait too long. Schools all across the state on standby for what they're calling unannounced school intruder audits. It's the latest step in evaluating school security in the wake of the Robb Elementary School shooting. Now, by the end of this school year, an intruder audit will have been completed on at least 75% of all Texas schools by the end of the year. But Brian New reports the only heads up the district's going to get is the month the intruder is planned to enter, making it a true test.
Securing doors has long been the focus of school safety. But after what happened in Uvalde,
he came straight through the door with no problem.
After hearing testimony on how the gunman walked through an unlocked door,
it was unlocked, he walked straight through it.
That focus across the state intensified.
It is a huge piece when it comes to creating time barriers, and we know that time barriers save lives.
So this summer, Texas schools were ordered to check every exterior door.
See, this is a no-go.
At every campus.
It needs to shut on its own.
During the school year, schools are also required to do weekly checks. Many districts told us they plan to do them daily or even more.
What we've decided is 4 times a day. And so our high schools are doing it twice before lunch, twice after lunch. Our elementaries are doing the same thing.
But state officials say they want to leave nothing to chance. So to ensure schools are indeed securing exterior doors, schools will be put to the test.
And that's where the intruder detections come into place, is we're going and we're assessing access control measures to make sure that what we've asked them to do this summer has been accomplished.
Kathy Martinez-Prather is the director of the Texas School Safety Center. Her team at Texas State University in San Marcos is in charge of conducting unannounced intruder audits on Texas schools. The audits are fairly simple. Trained inspectors who will be unarmed and in plain clothes will be going around the state to schools trying to get inside, in most cases by simply seeing if a door is propped open or left unlocked.
We will not be simulating an intrusion, and that's important to note. We're not going to have individuals that are posing as threat actors trying to forcefully and aggressively enter a campus. That is not what's going to be happening.
Districts and local law enforcement will be notified the month of the inspections, but Martinez-Prather says the day and campus will be unannounced. The idea is for schools to be ready every single day.
What we're trying to do is prepare schools to minimize as much loss to life as possible, and in the best case scenario, prevent it completely.
That was Brian New reporting. If there are any issues discovered at the school district safety committee is required to address it immediately, and the school board must address it in a public meeting too.
Hundreds of migrants on the streets of El Paso, Texas. They were released by Border Patrol because processing centers and shelters are full. But without anywhere to stay, they're having a lot of trouble finding showers and finding bathrooms. Now, migrants have encountered Good Samaritans across El Paso. They drop off food, clothes, and a lot of essential items. Some businesses even letting them use their bathrooms. El Paso police say migrants can be cited or even arrested if they're caught blocking sidewalks or littering. The United States is setting up a fund that could transfer $3.5 billion to Afghanistan. Now, the White House announcing the United States and Switzerland, they're in the process of creating the fund from frozen Afghan money. About $7 billion frozen after the Afghan government collapsed last year and the Taliban took control. However, certain conditions must be met before the funds are released. Those conditions include responsible management of the bank and assurances that these funds that are released, that they will not end up in the hands of terrorists or criminals. U.S. officials also said that they will not release any money too soon because right now they don't trust the Taliban to guarantee the funds will benefit the Afghan people.
Taking a look outside with live cam, real pretty out there, 86 degrees, a few clouds, and maybe a little bit of rain coming our way in a couple days.
Maybe some chances there. And you guys know me. I'm a warm weather guy. I like temperatures on the warm side, but even I am ready for a good cold front to come through. Give us some rain, cool us down. We're still waiting. Maybe down the line, like a week and a half away, some of the models are hinting at that, but nothing imminent. We're still waiting on that first good fall front. Let's look at the weather headlines here. As we look at the time lapse, and you can see some of those clouds that rolled in a little bit earlier this morning. We're going to see a brief reprieve from humidity today, and I mean brief. I mean, the humidity comes down some, but not a lot. Rain returns tomorrow, very small chances of rain. And that front I was talking about, maybe. It's a little too early to say just yet if it's a for sure thing, but the models are hinting at it maybe down the line. A frontal boundary coming through. We'll see. 84 degrees right now. Dew point is at 68. That number's trying to drop off a little bit despite southeasterly winds at about 6 miles per hour. So we still do have a feels like number. And we should point out that today is an ozone action day, so we're in the unhealthy category for those who are sensitive to that kind of thing. If you have asthma, you know that ozone action days are not the best, but that is where we stand today. And temperatures across the state, mostly in the 80s, 86 Waco, 83 Dallas, 87 right now in Houston. The warm spot this afternoon, that would be Corpus Christi, sitting at 90 degrees this hour. Forecast calls for a high right around 93 for us this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, southerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And again, we add in some of those rain chances next couple of days. Another look at the 7-day forecast here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. We want to go now to Boston, where an investigation is underway after authorities say that a package exploded at Northeastern University, sending a staff member to the hospital. They say that the incident does not appear to be random, and it's the second package that was, there was a second unexploded package that was also located. ABC's Rena Roy says they don't know who did it, but they know why they might have had problems with where that package exploded.
A desperate search underway in Boston for the person behind a package explosion at Northeastern University.
We advise, any folks out there that might, see something, to say something.
The FBI joining local police in the manhunt after officials say a manager at the university's virtual reality lab opened the package and suffered minor injuries to his forearms. The 45-year-old taken to the hospital.
We first saw two policemen kind of walking quickly into the building.
Investigators don't believe this is random. They discovered a note inside the package condemning virtual reality, also mentioning Facebook and its founder, Mark Zuckerberg. Sources telling ABC the package was a hard plastic case that contained no actual explosive materials. Instead, it appears it had been pressurized, and when opened, it depressurized, causing the detonation.
We heard the fire alarm, and so we assumed we should leave.
Police finding a second similar package, that one marked safe by the bomb squad.
One of the ladder trucks hoisted a ladder up to the roof of the building, and a firefighter with what I believe was an axe went up on top of the building.
Northeastern University evacuating several buildings on campus and canceling evening classes.
University officials say the scene is now secure and classes are resuming today. Law enforcement authorities asking the public to keep an eye out for anything that seems out of the ordinary. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
4 people in Kentucky earning a Guinness World Record. How they accomplished this feat and helped out those in need.
Imagine having a 150 million-year-old dinosaur skeleton in your living room. You could make that wish come true. It could happen as long as you have $500,000.
And speaking of high cost, the cost of holiday travel set to skyrocket. Flight prices for Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're on track to be the most expensive we've seen in 5 years. What you can do if you're on a budget.
Hello everyone, these are your top headlines from Cheddar News. After Twitter whistleblower Peter Zatko's testimony in Washington, Twitter shareholders voted as expected to approve Elon Musk's $44 billion takeover of the company, a deal he wants out of. Zatko told the committee that Twitter leadership ignored their engineers because, quote, their executive incentives led them to prioritize profit over security. Meanwhile, Amazon says they're going to raise pay and benefits for their delivery partners. The company will invest $450 million to fund wage increases and other benefits for delivery drivers. Those benefits include up to $5,250 a year for drivers to pay for educational programs and also financial support for a 401k investment plan as well. And Peloton is expanding a rental program for their stationary bike and Bike Plus. Now anybody in the contiguous U.S. can now try one of the connected exercise bikes at home for as little as $89 a month. The upgraded Bike Plus will cost you $119. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
Welcome back. Anyone traveling this holiday season might be in for some sticker shock flights. Well, those prices set to rise this holiday season, but there are some ways to shop smart.
ABC's Gio Benitez takes a look at what it takes to get a good deal.
You could be paying more for holiday flights than you have in the past 5 years.
Domestic airfare for Thanksgiving is averaging about $350 round trip. That's up 22% from 2019 prices.
And if you're looking at Christmas, get ready to pay up. The average domestic round trip is now at $460, up 31% compared to 2019.
Fares across the board are likely to be pretty eye-poppingly expensive.
Some people now planning to stay home for the holidays.
The price of one ticket now is the price of what it was for two tickets last year. Right now, we are planning on keep doing Friendsgiving with our friends here in Dallas because I don't see it going down.
Take a look at this comparison on one airline. For an economy round-trip ticket from New York to L.A. on a weekend in October, $476. But look what happens just a month later for a similar weekend in November. Nearly $1,300. A December weekend, nearly $900.
Prices will fluctuate in the coming weeks, especially as we head towards mid-October, but we recommend booking no later than mid-October for the best deals.
And there are deals, you just have to really look for them. JetBlue, for example, sending out this email offering flights through mid-November for $39 one way. Some of the best destinations under $300 round trip for Thanksgiving: Nashville, Denver, Las Vegas, and Orlando.
If you have not booked your Thanksgiving trip yet, if you're hoping to travel domestically to visit home, you want to try to get those booked ASAP.
And something we don't think about, Thanksgiving is actually the best hidden week for international travel. So going abroad with your family, that may be the best way to get a deal. Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
All right, well, back here at home, 86 now. So we see some clouds out there. Ursula, you say you got some rain around the barn?
Completely around the barn, not a drop at the barn. You know, it was really rude of Mother Nature to do that.
Feels like that's the way it's been all summer, right? It's just kind of been all around us. 84 so far today. 71 was the low this morning. If you think that felt nice, I agree with you, but that really is an average temperature for this time of year. 90 is the average high. We'll be above that. Record is 99, set back in 2011. We all remember that year. Also a very dry year. We're going to look at the International Space Station. We'll have some information on that about a flyover tonight. Plus, any more rain chances headed our way? We take a look coming up.
Well, welcome back. So the first thing I said to Justin today when I saw him was, will we get rain? I need a car wash, and I don't want to waste the money if we're going to get rain.
And I am with him. I've got probably the dirtiest car in the parking lot right now. Just tell me when.
Your car looks great, Ursula. I saw it. It looks great. But if you do want to get a car wash, today's probably fine. Our rain chances next few days aren't great. There's always that small chance you can get a shower, but I would say you're probably okay. That's my advice.
You know what's going to happen?
It's supposed to happen.
I'm going to get a car wash, and then I'm going to get hit with the rain shower.
And we'll all thank you for it.
And there's not a problem with that.
Exactly. So just go do it. Just make it happen. If you're going to be outside tonight, you can see the International Space Station flyover. It's always cool to see, and we want to give you some of the details on it. Starts at 8:29. That's when visibility starts. It ends at 8:36. You're going to look at the southwest, and it'll go to the northeast. It'll be fairly high above the horizon. We'll have mostly clear skies. So this is a good opportunity. And by the way, Mia Montgomery, our new meteorologist, put this together. She's got a great article on KSAT.com. Go check it out and get some more information on the opportunity to see the ISS tonight. Always fun to see. Lows this morning, 65 in Kerrville, was 65 in Fredericksburg, 71 here in San Antonio. So it was a great start, it really was. We had some slightly drier air, which helped get those temperatures down some. Even Randolph dropped into the 60s this morning, 67 also in Seguin. We've warmed up quite a bit now as we look outside. Some shadows from clouds, but partly cloudy skies is what we'll call it at the airport. 84 Stinson, 88 at Kelly, 86 over there at Randolph. And we're looking at a light south-southeasterly wind at this point. Dew points kind of tell the story here. You've got higher dew points, slightly higher dew points as you go west and southwest. And dew points actually fall off as you work east. This is kind of counterintuitive, right? But we've got some drier air in the upper levels, or all levels of the atmosphere, kind of moving in from the northeast, and that's dropping dew points a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I think that kind of keeps rain chances out of the picture today. Although I say that, we've got one little lone shower there popping up east of Carrizo Springs. But generally speaking, we're not going to see much today just because of the drier air that we have in place. And temperatures right now, 84 degrees at the airport, 84 Helotes, 82 Bernie Stage, 84 in Seguin, 88 down there in Pleasanton. Most everyone will make it into the 90s. Today we're looking at 93 for a high here in San Antonio, 93 New Braunfels, 92 Divine, 90 right now in Pearsall. And I mentioned that slightly drier air. So these orange colors represent moisture content in the atmosphere, and that has been working in sort of from the east. But as we get into tomorrow, the green color representing deeper tropical moisture, it kind of fights back. It works its way back in tomorrow afternoon. With that in place, then we start to bring back in those small, and I mean small rain chances. Best opportunity will be along the coast tomorrow. And then as we get into Friday, same story. This is Friday, 4 o'clock, shows some showers. And I think this is probably our best opportunity. This is when moisture will be at its deepest. 20% chance Friday for us here in San Antonio. Still not great. And by Saturday, mostly coastal showers, but one or two of those could make their way up to I-35, so we'll leave it a 10% chance. After that, the models are hinting at the fact that high pressure will build in and kind of cut off our rain chances, at least for a couple of days. And that will keep temperatures pretty toasty, too, probably looking at mid-90s. We mentioned this earlier, but we do have a tropical depression out there. Tropical depression number 7, winds are at 35 miles per hour, gusting to 45. This is moving west at 14. Right now, the track takes it across the Virgin Islands towards Puerto Rico and eventually Haiti and Dominican Republic as a tropical storm. This will drop some good heavy rain, but it is not forecast to strengthen into a hurricane. By Monday, it will be there over parts of Haiti and Dominican Republic. From there, still some questions as to where it goes, but at this point, I don't think this makes its way towards Texas. We'll keep an eye on it. 93 Thursday, 92 Friday, 94 Saturday. There are those small rain chances there, and then partly cloudy next week with highs staying in the mid-90s.
All right, Justin, thank you.
A quartet of mini golfers crushing a world record. And this is the best part. They were able to help out flood victims in the process. We're going to tell you how this all worked and how much money they were able to raise.
Four people from Kentucky now hold the record for the most holes of miniature golf in 24 hours by a foursome. They played 116 and a half rounds. They had more than 14,000 strokes and powered through 2,097 holes. They smashed the previous record. It was 657 holes. But this putt-putt game wasn't just for fun. The foursome encouraged donations from Matthew 25 Ministries, which helped after the devastating flooding that hit the state last month. They raised almost $3,000 directly, and the International Humanitarian and Disaster Relief Organization also says it saw a surge of donations around the same time they were putt-putting.
A 150 million-year-old dinosaur skeleton, it's set to be auctioned off in Paris next month. So the fossilized iguanodon skeleton, named Zephyr, was found in Colorado on private land in 2019. The iguanodon was a herbivorous species and is named for its teeth, which are like those of the modern iguana. Now, the one going up for auction, nearly 11 feet long, about 4 feet tall. Bidding is scheduled for October 20th. It's expected to go for about $500,000. So, Ursula, have you gotten your bid in yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'd like a bigger dinosaur in my living room, so
that's
I'm
fair.
going to pass on this one.
Justin was ready to go halvesies with you.
All right. In case you missed it, Fiona.
Yes.
You're about to have a name storm.
I know. Someone's been reminding me, and is going to have an absolute field day with that one.
You betcha.
No, I wouldn't do that. All right, we have got a wonderful show today. A big celebration is coming up, and our dear friend Gerardo Carnival from Mi Familia Cortez is here. And what are we celebrating, sir?
Hey, we celebrate the Fiestas Patrias. We have a special and an emblematic dish for you today, and a special guest from Mexico.
All right. And speaking of great food, Costa Pacifica is also going to be celebrating Mexican independence.
And a new way to up the nutrition in your tortilla game.
Hi, I'm Marisa Salazar, and next on SA Live, I'm going to be showing you how we're making these gorgeous rainbow-colored tortillas using all-natural vegetable dyes.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.
Welcome back. Temperatures right now are still in the mid-80s, but we expect to make it up into the low 90s this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, that's what we're dealing with right now, but rain chances, I think, stay out of the forecast today. They'll make a return tomorrow. Some small opportunities here. The highest chances will be along the Texas coast. Otherwise, hot still, mid-90s all the way into next week.
Typical September.
There's not enough rain on that forecast.
How many times have we said that in the last 4 months?
Well, thank you, Justin. Thank you so much for watching. That is it for us here on the News at Noon.
We're going to head over to Tropical Storm Fiona and Mike because SA Live starts right now.
Are you looking to celebrate or just enjoy some really good food? Mango ceviche, coconut shrimp, and some really good sips to wash them down. We're going to tell you where you can find all these.
And we've got a very colorful tortilla recipe for you that'll really up that tortilla game. To bling or not to bling, we're going to give you a preview of a festival all about jewelry. It's all today on SA Live.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, yes. Hello and happy Wednesday. I'm Fiona Gorostiza.
And I'm Mike Osterhage, and we have got a very special guest to start our show off today.
Yes, the Consul General of Mexico. We have Ruben Minuti Zanata with us. Thank you for being here.
Welcome,
Thank you
sir.
very much for having me.
Celebrating Mexican independence, the
Correct.
ACSA. Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Well, we're celebrating our Fiestas Patrias. What a better place than this with you. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Mike. Mr. Carvajal, thank you, Margarita, mi tierra, la familia Cortez. We're having a great celebration starting tomorrow at 6:30 here in Market Square. We're going to have mariachi, ballet folclórico de bendiciones. We're going to have, the Mariachi Azteca de América. We're going to have great food. We're going to have chiles en nogada. We're going to have everything that you usually have in these celebrations for our independence.
So bring the whole family because there's even things for the kids, right? Like caricature artists
It's
and
a family
face painting.
event, family friendly.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be very celebrating happiness and our independence, of course, our relationship with San Antonio, who has a very close tradition with this kind of celebrations and historical events.
And the El Grito, we're going to talk more about that too.
We're going to do El Grito tomorrow, in a very happy way.
Well, you were talking about some of the food, sir, and we're going to get right to that. Thank you so very much. Stick around because we'll make a plate for you here in just a moment.
All right, and now, of course, to help us celebrate, Gerardo Carvajal from La Familia Cortez is here to tell you about this fabulous dish.
Well,
Good to see you, sir.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
So what are we making here?
Well, we're making chiles en nogadas. This is about a 200-year-old recipe. So you'll be tasting a lot of history of Mexico on the bike here.
And it's
So-
very special, you said, because of the colors. in
The
there.
colors, they
significant, right?
represent the Mexican flag. You have the green, the white, and the red. We are the colors of our flag.
Okay, and so tell us, how we're going to start? Because
We're going to start with, we have pork and beef here, along with onions and garlic. So to that, we're going to add all the stuff that we have over here. We have tomatoes, we have sugar, we have a lot of spices here, thyme, clove, salt, pepper, cinnamon, oregano, raisins, pine nuts, just a little bit of everything here that goes into the pan, and then we add our fruits. We have pears, peaches, we have plantains, and apples. So all of this goes into it. We cook it for about 20
And what's the
minutes.
significance of all of those, the ingredients in there?
How did this recipe come together?
Well,
Yes.
This was in season around this time, and on August of back in 1821, when Agustín de Iturbide was on his way to Mexico from Veracruz, he stopped in Puebla, and the nuns from the convent on Santa Monica prepared this dish for him in celebration of the Cordoba Treaty, which gave Mexico the independence from Spain.
Okay. And then when it's all said and done, it looks like that.
Yes, so we're gonna let it cool down and gonna fill that with.
And you said this is one dish, even though obviously it's cooked on the stove, that is served cold.
Room temperature or cold.
Okay.
Always best like that.
Okay, so we'll stuff this.
So, and it's just it's stuffed in the peppers like that, and then served right up, right?
Yes, then we're gonna add the sauce, which is right next to you. We're gonna put all those ingredients. You have the walnuts, you have milk in there.
Okay.
Goes into the blender. You have the walnuts on the other side. Sugar, well that's the cherry.
Okay,
which is
a little bit of
jerez.
that, a little bit of
nutmeg, sugar, goat cheese, and we're gonna blend that for a good 3-4 minutes. Make sure it's really, really smooth. You're gonna come up with a sauce that looks like that.
And this sauce
and then we're gonna
is
turn this
absolutely
over and just put it over the
little bit of sweetness, the tang of the goat cheese, the fallish flavor of the nutmeg, that little bit of that. Yeah,
makes
that
it very
is
special.
absolutely delicious. All right, so a lot going on here in Market Square tonight and all weekend long, right?
Yes, and we're gonna have this available at all of our restaurants. If anybody wants to try the chile en nogada, come by and see us. So we're gonna add the parsley, which is gonna give the green color. So you have the white, the red, and now the green color.
And a great Mexican flag margarita as well, right?
That goes well with it. So we got some.
Look at how beautiful that is. And again, that bowl, and this is what we have been doing, just to take bites. You could just keep this in the fridge and eat this all week. So many flavors in there. That is so delicious.
Yes.
Okay, and of course the colors are fabulous too, right?
Yes. And it always goes better the next day, the day after, because all the spices have time to marry, and so all these goes.
So if you
wonderful.
make this,
Yes.
it's better the next day.
The
Just
next
let
day,
it sit.
yes,
Okay.
let it sit.
Now, can you take some of that if you make a big batch and freeze it too?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can.
Oh, wonderful. All righty. Well, there's a lot going on here and a lot going on around town as well to help celebrate Mexican independence.
Yes, okay, and don't forget that El Grito Cultural Program and Civic Ceremony is happening tomorrow at 6:30 at Milan Park, and El Grito Weekend is happening Saturday and Sunday here at Market Square. It starts at 10 a.m. each day.
And of course, for more information, go to lafamiliacortez.com. Okay, so we are talking about wonderful things to eat, and that raises the question, the one that is on so many people's minds so many times, flour or corn tortillas?
Weigh in. Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter. You may see your answer a little later in the show. And you said you've tried the combo one, right?
Yeah, my wife
Which
gets
makes
those.
sense for you because you can never pick just one thing. Okay.
No, it's very good. So.
All right. Okay, and Jen, of course, is getting ready for another celebration coming up soon.
As we kick off Hispanic Heritage Month, so happy to have Maricel Salazar back on SA Live. We had you on on earlier this year, but you're back.
And I'm back, and I am ready to show you something really fun and colorful today.
Well, I'm excited now. You're a food writer, a cook, a host. You're also working on a cookbook right now.
Yes. Right? Oh my gosh, Jen, I'm so excited for this cookbook to come out. It is all about Latin American food, but specifically Latin American food as influenced and developed in America. So we're in the heart of what I'm talking about. San Antonio, Texas, Tex-Mex, love it.
Yes, and I see these gorgeous tortillas, and this is part of what we're doing today, but tell me about what do we have here?
Yes, one of my favorite ways to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month is by making things very colorful. And this is a fun activity that I also do with my nieces all the time. For them, it's a little bit like edible Play-Doh. We are making rainbow colored tortillas using all natural vegetable dyes. So the way that I love to dye my tortillas is using fresh cilantro for the green, and then these guajillo chili peppers for this beautiful orange color that we have here. And then, Jen, I want you to guess, how do you think I made these tortillas pink?
I'm going with the beets right there.
Yes, ma'am. So I use steamed, peeled, and pureed beets. All of these all natural vegetable dyes to make a gorgeous rainbow of colors. And you can mix and match too. If you're trying to make a purple, you can mix some vegetable colors together. Yes. So you ready to get to this?
I'm ready. All right, got my gloves right here.
All right, so because we're dealing with some guajillo chili peppers and things that might stain our hands, even though they are all natural, I always like to use some gloves, especially so we don't mess up our manicures. We have in front of us some white corn flour. This is instant corn flour, super easy, grab it at your local grocery store. What I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of water to mine, and then I'll pass this off to you. We're literally making some edible Play-Doh right now.
Yes, and I love that you're using all natural ingredients to get the color.
Yes, I'm gonna do green, and then what color would you like to do?
I'll go with the beets.
Okay, amazing.
Color, thank you.
So we're just gonna dump, and now we're gonna play.
Okay.
So dump your dye in there and get into that corn flour to make our masa. So I mean, this is a great way to sneak in some vegetables into your kids' diets if you're trying to get them to eat a little bit more greens or fruits. And so if it's crumbly, you can add a little bit more water.
Okay. Got the crumble going on.
That's right.
Here.
And you can up the intensity of color. If you want these to be very pink, add more beets. If you want it a little bit lighter,
these gloves are a little big.
They are big, I know. It's like,
okay, we're making it work. Okay.
We need some petite gloves.
What a fun way, though, to add some color. I love this. And you're right, because my kids, they won't be eating the veggies, but if they don't know,
they don't know won't hurt them. We already have these pre-shaped balls right in front of us. Okay. Guajillo chili pepper colored masa, the beets, and the cilantro. So what we're gonna do is take your tortillera. This is what we use specifically to flatten our masa. You can also use a rolling pin, a wine bottle, because I'll be drinking some of that later.
Have some fun with that, yes.
Exactly. And this is actually really great for the kids too. I like to take a square of parchment paper, lay that down flat on your tortillera, and then we're gonna pinch off some of that dough. So you choose your color. I'm gonna do orange.
Yes,
we'll do some guajillo.
I'll go with the
so it can be a little crumbly, so just pinch off a piece of dough. And then roll it into a little ball. Again, we're playing with edible Play-Doh. And we get to eat it at the very end.
I'm so excited.
So you can pinch it off.
Fun, by the way. I think my kids would enjoy doing this.
I'm so glad. My nieces love doing this with me. And you know, there's something else that I like to do to make it a little bit more adult or a design. That's right, you got the right idea. Lay that parchment paper right on the ball. And now let's use our strength.
Okay.
Press down the lever. Press down that lever.
Whoa, okay. Gotta use that muscle. All right. Well, where can people follow and keep up with you, Maricel? Because I know you have so many other recipes. Can they just keep up with you on your social media?
They can follow me on @Maricel M. Salazar, and they can Google. And now we just gotta cook these bad boys really quickly.
Then we're gonna build some tacos, right?
We're gonna build some tacos.
That's next. Yeah, stay tuned. Next segment in the future. But Maricel, thank you so much for this easy, simple, fun recipe. Head over to SALive.com, click the As Seen on SA Live tab, or scan the QR code on your screen. And to keep up with Maricel, we also have all of her social media accounts on there as well. Thank you so much. We'll be on the lookout for your cookbook.
Thank you so very much, Jen.
All right, still ahead on SA Live. What would your outfit be without a little bling? We get a preview of a festival all about jewelry.
But first, tequila shot margaritas all on special. Must be a holiday where you can score these great deals and enjoy a really fun party and some really good food. That's next on SA Live.